Oh, you believe that young Jock and Kendra were at last doing well? Oh no, sweetie, this controversy is going to blow everything apart since rumors are that young Jock just lost it. And this time it's not just a trivial reality TV show. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. We're talking about smashing glass and shouting. Ramifications that might permanently destroy Jock's career. And worst of all, it all took place in public. Yes, in front of cameras, fans, and most likely half of. Witnesses in Atlanta said that Jock had a complete breakdown. We're talking about a full-blown meltdown. And Kendra, well, you're not prepared for how she handled it. Let's just say, while it's unlikely that Jock can recover from this one, things become much messier since this wasn't simply a random outburst. Oh no, this was personal. And the reason Jock went crazy, darling, you'll understand why Jock lost it when you learn what Kendra did. Believe me, the consequences of this one are ready to rock the internet. So hold on tight because I'm going to pour some scalding tea. For young Jock and Kendra, it all began as a typical evening. However, nobody could have foreseen how rapidly things would get out of hand. Kendra and Jock have been fighting behind closed doors for months. According to witnesses, the tension had been rising for some time before erupting on this specific night, according to insiders. At a posh lounge in Atlanta, Jock and Kendra were seen looking nervous as soon as they entered. Jock was apparently drinking water. People around Kendra claimed they weren't even speaking to one another while she sat there coldly browsing through her phone, which isn't really the case. Unexpected given their turbulent past, but then things took a negative turn. It began with a heated argument in which the Jock leaned in Kendra's direction, his expression strained. Witnesses said that while Kendra continued to roll her eyes and shake her head, she abruptly got up and uttered something that caused Jock's face to become pale. Jock apparently lost it when they heard Kendra say, "You're a joke. That's why he's better than you." Oh my God. Jock reportedly got up so quickly that his chair overturned. His angry face contorted as he took Kendra's arm, not so firmly as to cause her harm, but enough to draw attention to himself throughout the "Who the hell is better than me, Kendra?" asked the trembling Jock as the lounge went silent. "Oh, sweetheart." She simply grinned and said, "Don't you want to know?" That was it, Jock. According to witnesses, Jock knocked over the table, causing glasses and plates to fall to the ground. People immediately grabbed their phones and began recording everything. According to one witness, during the second outburst, Jock raged at Kendra, demanding answers, while Kendra stood there undisturbed. "Who is it?" Jock yelled. "Who have you been seeing, Kendra?" And Kendra, oh sweetheart, had the audacity to chuckle at this moment. Had already begun encroaching, but Jock wasn't finished. He sprang for Kendra, his hands trembling with anger, and security seized him, pulling him towards the Jock yelled as he left Kendra, "You owe me that. Tell me who it is." Kendra simply stood with her arms raised, crossing with that smug little look on her face. And then things got worse because, guess what? Scrappy entered the room as Jock was being dragged out of the couch. Scrappy, a friend of the Jock, entered the room looking quite guilty. For a brief moment, you could see the realization dawn on him. Claimed to have screamed, "It's him, isn't it? You've been having sex with Scrappy." And Kendra, my dear, "I told you he's better than you," he remarked with a smile. Oh my God, Jock was already being held back by security as he lunged towards Scrappy. Jock said, "You're supposed to be my brother. How could you do this to me?" It just kind of occurred, buddy, and it got worse when security was hauling Jock out the door. Scrappy, oh baby, had the audacity to shrug it off. Yes, Kendra and Scrappy went out hand in hand, but guess who was waiting outside with cameras rolling? Well, a few minutes later, the Twitter blew up after the video went viral. There's no way Kendra just did that Scrappy thing out here, abandoning his own son. I won't blame the Jock for losing his temper, but this wasn't just a public outburst. It was a complete betrayal, and the Jock wasn't just angry, he was embarrassed. The following day, Kendra was seen shopping with Scrappy, laughing and holding hands as if nothing had occurred. She wasn't even attempting to disguise it. However, given rumors that joke isn't finished yet, the true questions are how long this has been going on. Did Jock truly not know? And what happens now? Nope, he has already called his legal team. According to insiders, Jock intends to strike Kendra so badly that it damages her finances. And Scrappy, oh honey, Jock is. Kendra is apparently preparing to expose him for everything, and she's going to find out that Jock isn't the kind to give up and leave since Jock isn't. Only for Scrappy, he's coming for everything, and believe me, you're not prepared for what's going to happen next. Jock wasn't finished, and that outburst in the lounge was terrible, sweetie. That was only the start because Jock didn't simply go home and sleep it off after security pulled him from the building. Oh no, he was furious. According to witnesses, Jock was observed sitting in his car for at least 15 minutes without moving, his hands gripping the steering wheel so tightly that his knuckles turned white. He was just breathing heavily and without saying anything, as if he was trying to stop himself from doing anything stupid. Can you really blame him? His girl was humiliated. Kendra not only cheated on him in front of half of Atlanta and the internet, but she also cheated with one of Jock's best friends, Scrappy of all people. Jockey was not only upset by the betrayal, but he was also ashamed. When you make a man like Jock feel embarrassed, he won't tolerate it, but then things become even messier because Jock's phone started blowing up while he was sitting in his car trying not to lose it. At first, it was just text messages. However, when the calls began to come in, everyone demanded a response from the Shade Room Hollywood Unlocked, and guess what? The Jock wasn't picking up. According to reports, Jock's manager was yelling on the phone when Jock finally answered when his manager called. Jock, you need to go. Prior to this, the film was widely circulated since, yes, the lounge's tape had previously been posted online and made headlines. Oh honey, those headlines were vicious. Hip-hop artist Young Jock breaks down after discovering Kendra with Scrappy love, and he also loses it as Kendra is exposed for her public betrayal. After everything, Scrappy fell in love with this Jock, and he needs to cut them both off. His Twitter went crazy. There's no way Kendra did that. Jock genuinely believed that Kendra was faithful, and Kendra, oh sis, wasn't concealing. Instead, they were seen together at a private after-party later that evening. The paparazzi saw them entering the event arm in arm in Buckhead, holding hands and grinning. Kendra appeared totally unconcerned, was also sporting Jock's chain. Yes, Jock's chain, and Kendra was dressed in a form-fitting expensive gown that Jock had purchased for there. Oh honey, there was genuine disrespect in Jock. Yeah, he saw the images. According to witnesses, Jock was at home when the pictures appeared on blogs, and that's when as he paced back and forth, yelling, "She's really trying to play," the real Jock reportedly flung his phone so hard that it broke against the wall. Me following all that I had done for her. And Jock wasn't the only one mad. Jock's mom reportedly called him and said, "Boy, you have best handle this and not allow that female to use you like that." The drama didn't end there either since. As if things couldn't get much worse, an anonymous source revealed some startling receipts. The insider says they are near to. The affair between Kendra and Scrappy had been going on for months. Yes, months. And it seems that they had been skulking around behind Jock's back for her. The worst thing was that Jock's pals were aware of it, but they chose not to tell him. According to an insider, we all knew Kendra was playing with Scrappy, but we didn't think it was serious. Oh my God. And to make matters worse, guess who else knew? Carly read. Yes, Carly allegedly attempted to. Carly warned Jock months before that Kendra wasn't who she seemed and that he should be careful around her, but Jock didn't believe her sources, so Jock ignored her warning. Carly was correct this time, honey, but here's where it gets messy. He assumed she was just being messy because, let's face it, she is always messy. Shade Room shared screenshots of purported conversations between Kendra and Scrappy, and let me tell you, those leaked text messages are terrible. Tell you that they're explicit, that we're talking about when you're coming over, and that Jock still believes that I'm at the spa. And guess what else, the fact that the communications date back 2 weeks indicates that Kendra was still playing tricks on Scrappy while grinning in Jock's face, and according to reports, Jock was enraged. According to an insider, Jock yelled into the phone, "You're dead to me, Scrappy. Don't ever call me again." The call with Scrappy went poorly. According to reports, Scrappy had the audacity to pretend it wasn't a huge deal and told Jock, "Man, it just happened. You'll get over it." Oh no, he didn't choke. Jock isn't just going to cut Kendra and Scrappy off. According to insiders, he's going to strike them where it hurts. He hung up and called his lawyers right once. According to reports, Jock is pulling Scrappy out of their music deals and is already working with his legal team to get Kendra out of their joint commercial endeavors. And that's not all, since rumors have it that Jock intends to sue Kendra for emotional suffering as well. Jock's financial records, pictures, and text messages demonstrate that Kendra was using Jock's money to pay for her excursions with Scrappy. Oh my gosh, and Kendra, oh, no worries. Kendra was photographed with Scrappy at a posh hotel the following day. Here's what happened. Kendra shared an Instagram story that, "Unbothered, excuse me," and Scrappy, oh Scrappy, had the audacity to share a selfie on social media with the comment, "Loyalty is important. Everything." Twitter's lack of loyalty following your recent treatment of Jock, Kendra, and Scrappy should be terminated. Jock deserves a better period right now, and he is prepared to go public. According to insiders, Jock is already in negotiations with a large gossip website to tell his version of events, and he's not holding back. According to a source, Jock has the receipts and is ready to blame Scrappy and Kendra for everything. Additionally, Kendra may believe she won this round, but Jock isn't the kind to accept defeat and go on. It has been rumored that Jock plans to release a diss track, and let's just say that the lyrics will be harsh. The true question is, however, how long has this been going on? And did Scrappy and Kendra truly believe that Jock would be unaware of what transpires when Jock eventually shares his side of the story? Oh honey, you're not prepared for what's going to happen next. Jock wasn't finished. That was only the start of the phone conversation with Scrappy because, according to insiders, Jock went into revenge mode after hanging up and told his squad they wanted to play "Oh Sure Darling." Someone managed to obtain surveillance tape from that evening in the lounge, and I must say that it's awful. You can see Scrappy standing in the background, feeling really guilty, as you watch Jock yelling at Kendra. Before that, you see Kendra smiling in Jock's face. The point where the internet Jock lunges at Scrappy and security pulls him back, and then Kendra, Scrappy approaches and puts his arm over her. On camera, Kendra leans in and gives Scrappy a kiss. Oh my God, Twitter went crazy when Kendra kissed Scrappy directly in Jock's face. The wild Jock appears to be. Kendra and Scrappy are in love with this Jock, who deserves better, and Jock, oh, he saw the tape, sources say, is going to have a mental collapse. Someone check on him. When the video appeared online, Jock was seated in his studio and went utterly crazy. It was said that he slammed a microphone stand against the wall and, "I'm done being played," I yelled. After that, Jock went live on Instagram and he had over 100,000 views. He started the live broadcast sitting in his studio, shaking his head and his eyes bloodshot, and let me tell you, the tea he spilt was scalding, honey. "So y'all saw the video, right?" he said, looking straight into the camera, his voice low and calm. "Yeah, that's my girl, or at least I believe she was, kissing my alleged brother directly in front of me." Let me tell you something about Kendra and about Scrappy," he said, shaking his head. "This wasn't an accident. They've been manipulating me for months, and then, while I was on tour paying her bills and setting her up with Scrappy, Jock revealed the shocking information that Kendra had been cheating on me with him since the previous summer. She was dealing in business behind my back. Oh my goodness." The Jock began pacing back and forth while rubbing his hands together. "Scrappy, you're..." Just as I was beginning to realize that I wasn't the person to play with, Jock took out his phone. As you can see, he held it up to the camera, and these are the text messages. Messages, receipts, pictures, and evidence that Jock began reading them aloud. I already miss you, Jock, but he's still out of town. You may come. Worst of all, the timestamps on these communications were from when Jock was out of town providing support. I wish you were here instead of him. Jock and Kendra weren't finished when he opened his email and displayed another receipt. This is a credit card statement showing that Kendra had used my money to make a reservation. You guys thought I was insane, but I was actually duped by Kendra and Scrappy, and now it's retribution time. After that, Jock, drop the bombshell, Kendra. My team is already assembling the necessary papers, so I'm bringing a lawsuit. I hope you have a decent attorney. You could want to get legal counsel because of the studio transactions you believe you had gone out of business, emotional suffering, financial mismanagement, and scrappiness. I'm cutting you both off from the investments I set up for you over. Oh my gosh, Twitter exploded joke is going to ruin them both, and I'm ready for it. Kendra and Scrappy believed they could play Jock, but Jock is the last boss and must release a disc recording right away. You know what? Jock was already in the studio when that happened. Oh honey, they were cruel. You slept with my brother, and you assumed I wouldn't find out. That same night, Jock shared a video of himself performing a song with the lyrics. Took my money, broke my heart, and now it's time to let it all out. You kissed him behind my back and laughed in my face, and now I'm cutting you both off. Don't even try calling me back, sweetie. But Kendra and Scrappy were still out there pretending nothing had happened as Jock was getting ready to destroy them. Shared an Instagram story with the description, "Unbothered excuse me," showing her and Scrappy smiling and singing along to a rap song while driving. And Scrappy, oh, he's still out here playing games. He posted a picture of himself in front of a Rolls Royce with the caption "Loyalty over everything." Oh honey, the foolishness. And Jock, oh Jock, who was allegedly summoned up as the bigger person, the Breakfast Club, and set up an interview. According to insiders, Jock intends to sit down and go into detail about the duration of the romance and the amount of money Kendra wasted and how Scrappy deceived him. And guess what? Jock's crew is allegedly negotiating a new reality show agreement. Yes, Jock is set to turn this controversy into. The real question is how long this has been going on. Did Kendra actually do this? A bag and Kendra. Oh honey, Kendra might not have been invited to the premiere. Does Scrappy truly believe that Jock wouldn't respond and that Jock wouldn't find out? More significantly, when Jock does release that diss track, Kendra's reputation is done. But it's not even close since Jock is just starting out, and you can be sure that when that interview comes out, stay tuned because, believe me, you are not prepared for what is going to happen. What do you think? Did Kendra truly believe she could get away with this? Did Scrappy really think that Jock would overlook this? Oh honey, they obviously didn't think enough of Jock because if one thing we do know about him is that he doesn't take criticism well, and given how they publicly humiliated him, you can guarantee that Jock is coming for them both. But the true question is how long this has been going on. Has Kendra been abusing Jock the entire time, or has everything now gotten out of hand? How can Scrappy recover from this? Can Jock truly banish him from the music business permanently, or is this only the start of a more messy fallout? And what about Kendra? Will she truly support Scrappy now that everyone is aware of the betrayal, or was she only using Scrappy as a means of retaliation? Jock, let's face it, he's not just going to sit back and watch this happen. He's already plotting to expose them both. And that diss track, oh, it's going to rock the business. If you're watching for the drama, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to please subscribe because, believe me, this scandal is far from over. The upcoming update will be delicious and you won't be prepared for what comes next.